Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life. I'm so happy that you popped by here. Tonight, it's just about 4 minutes to 9, but whether you're joining us at 9 p.m., 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 1 a.m., 12 noon, 12 midnight, doesn't make a difference. Really do appreciate you making the choice to have IFYL be part of your daily motivational life. If you're new here, just grab your smartphone. That is, if you're watching us, and launch the camera app, point over to the QR code like so. It might just take a second. And touch that yellow ellipse, which will take a second there on the screen. You'll get it. If you're not watching me, but you're listening only like an audio podcast, well, then be sure to go to believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. We got a great topic here for you guys tonight. But before I get into the topic, I want to tell you guys what I do. So what I do is pretty straightforward. I help people tell a story that leads them to growing a more scalable and, yes, profitable business. I typically work with companies that make between 5 to 10 million or more, and I'm very good at helping them tell their stories so that they can reach more clients. All right, guys, let's get right into the show. So here's the QR code if you missed it. And so now on with our master topic. Here we are. So from training wheels to triumph. Series 2 means we're in the second year, and we're on episode number 6. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, I am so happy. We are, at the time of this show, we are over 11,000 downloads and going strong. I mean, I think that's pretty remarkable. So when we think about building a support network, which is really what tonight is about, I think sometimes that can be hard. Like, who should be in your support network? Well, one would be friends who lift you up. Your friends are basically your cheerleaders, right? Your confidants, your partners in crime, if we'll say that. And they'll help you explore parts of you that didn't even know were really there. They'll push you, and they'll get you to see that side of you that can really help you turn into a success and make that journey a lot more fun. So another thing you have out there is mentors. They're people who will guide you, very similar to a GPS system in your car, for your life's journey. And so these could be people that will get you to achieve your promises. These will be people that'll be the ones that are going to make you accountable, accountability partners. They could be people that you are talking with because you just need some, let's say, a little bit of gentle prodding. And that happens sometimes by sharing the fact that you're good at something. Now, they're not going to, tip you over, but they're going to give you an accolade so that you're going to want to pursue more. I always said, when you're in a crowd and somebody, gives you an applause like this, it's great. They keep clapping, the person really did good. If the people stand up and they applaud, well, then you are outstanding. So if you just do a great performance, well, you might not even get an applause. If you really wow the audience in a very light level, you'll get some applause. And depending on how long that applause goes, it can go all the way up into just about before the next scene starts. That means you're good. If the audience is clapping, maybe they're whistling, they're really happy with you. But if the audience claps and then they stand and keep clapping, that's a standing ovation. That doesn't happen to everyone, does it? But it can happen if you pursue your dreams and you allow that passion to be part of your life. I think that's really the important part. So mentors are very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, just like friends who lift us up, mentors, colleagues who inspire us. These are people in your professional network. Hopefully you treasure them because they will allow you to, let's say, unleash inspirational and motivational opportunities that are just going to take you off the chart. Maybe one of your colleagues tells you should read a book, and you do. Another colleague says, okay, great, you want to read that book? You should read this one next. Or another colleague might say to you, yeah, that's a great book, but I'll tell you what, I actually attended a whole day seminar with such and such, and maybe we can have lunch and I could share some of the points with you. Maybe you have someone that wrote a book, and they hear that there's a book inside you, and they want to mentor you. That's pretty cool. Colleagues are people a lot of times from college. They could be people in your workplace. A lot of times a colleague is someone that is usually on your team, maybe directly or indirectly. And so they're there to be a support system for you. Now, they're not there to do everything for you, but they're there to help you and help balance the load. That's what they're there for. And so they're going to get to know you, and a lot of your colleagues are going to want to see you excel. Why? Because if you excel, they'll excel. And we all know that people we hang around with and they excel, that's just going to rub off on us, right? If somebody who's negative, that'll rub off on us too. So they want you to be the best that you can be. So the triumph of self-belief is really important. As you ride through life's challenges, self-belief is the wind beneath your wings. Yes, Bette Midler said the part about wind beneath your wings. She didn't say anything about the life's challenges that I added. So remember, as you ride through life's challenges, self-belief is the wind beneath your wings. And I don't know if you guys know this, but starting about 2 days ago, we not only upload the episodes just to podcast as well, we've been doing that for a while, but we upload an SRT file which allows you to get the closed captioning and see the titles go across the screen as you're watching, I should say, listening to the audio podcast. And so each small victory you have, whether it's a small one like pedaling without training wheels, or maybe it's going over a bump, or it could be, riding in a little bit of rain, or achieving a personal promise, right? What it does, ladies and gentlemen, is it strengthens your confidence. And confidence is something that a lot of people underrate. When we start to build upon our confidence, it gets stronger. Let's think about confidence like a foundation. If you have a house you're building, or a building that you're just building for another purpose, it's not a house. When you start with a solid foundation, okay, and then you build upon that with more solid bricks, you get a very solid foundation. So confidence allows us to anchor ourselves. And with that anchor, gives us the ability to actually thrive in our life. So there's two things we can do. We can actually live every day, right? And we can live life and enjoy life, and that's great, okay? So there's one thing that people do, and that is survive. A lot of people do this every day. They survive to be alive. They're not passionate about what they want in life. They don't have their, let's say, intuition tuned to the GPS of the universe. When it tells them they got to take a turn, well, they just rather not bother. The other thing you can do, besides being alive, right, is you want to thrive. So it's one thing to be alive, and that's great. But when you thrive, life becomes so much more meaningful for you. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that making a choice to want to thrive is the first step. So you can embrace lots of the people in your life. Like I said, that could be those friends, could be those mentors, could be those colleagues, right? And they help you because they build an integral support system, a web, if you will. And so we here at IFYL, Inspirations for Your Life, with now going into almost 11,000 downloads. Oh, I am so grateful for that. And we're continuing to climb. We're all about empowering you to achieve your dreams and find inspiration in life's everyday experiences. Now, you might say to me, hey, John, I'm doing this and experience is one way, but why is it I'm not achieving my goals? Well, that's a great question. I think it comes down to the fact that it's really latched to your belief. So, our belief will limit us if we don't allow it to be big enough. So, people say, oh, John, I don't want to think that big. Yeah, but if you think so small, then you're not going to grow. So think big, believe big, and you might not see it in 24 hours. Got to be honest with that. But you will start to notice that your life is changing in a path that you haven't noticed before. So how do you find these people? Well, everything in life is about training, right? Finding the right friends. We always say you can pick your family, right? You can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. And friends who lift you up are those that have positive energy. I've said this to you guys before. I've had friends and they will say to me, hey, they're having a bad time. It could be a divorce, could be some other challenge, maybe my financial issue. And I try to talk to them about, how they can improve their life and try to, lift them up. And they don't want to be lifted up. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should just let you go, be on your own today, and, we'll connect another time. And so we connect another time, a week or two later, when they're ready, we go out again, and I'm still hearing the whole thing about the ex. I'm hearing the whole thing about their financial and I'm like, gee, I'm just going to call the guy Joe. That's not his name, and I'll call him Joe. Hey, Joe, look, we're great friends here, but I'll be honest, I'm not really enjoying this. Like, you gotta change your ways here. You gotta be positive with me. Otherwise, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Okay, so just, next time you're ready, give me a call, but don't rush. Okay, I want to hang out with the person I'm used to hanging out with. Okay, John, I'm sorry. So a third time happens. And I'm like, look, remember I told you last time that I don't want to hang out with that guy, the one that has that negative energy, right? It's nothing against you personally. It's just I don't want to have people in my life that are going to pull me down, that are going to cause me to not become the best version of myself. So is that being selfish? Yeah, it is. But if others around you are going to pull your sales down, or they are going to, let's say, hold you to the ground, like this, balloon that's going to go up, this air balloon, and they're going to be like sandbags holding you down or holding you back, because that balloon needs to go up, and it can't go up with those sandbags out. I can tell you that now. You need to do what's right for you. So this way, you can fly like that bird. I remember there was a story. It was on, I think it was on the show I was watching. I think it was called Two Broke Girls. It's a comedy. Anyway, the show's about these two girls, and one works at a diner, and then the other one comes to work at the diner, but she's never worked at a diner in her life. She comes from a lot of money, but unfortunately her father was caught up in this big scandal, and she lost all of her money. And so she's trying to learn how to rough it and trying to learn how to be a waitress and all this stuff, and she really does try. And so she went to a very good college, so she's able to have great knowledge of marketing and advertising. So her and this other girl, she has this vision that she wants to open up a cupcake business. And every time on the show, you see every week, like, $200, $250, $680. You see how much money. Now, they need, I think they need close to $100,000 or a couple $100,000 to open this cupcake business. But each week, you see this. And so I bring this up to you because there was a lady on one of the shows, an older lady. And the one girl talked to this lady and, went to the interview and, got hired. And it was like a cleaning job. So they said, the interview, and they did the cleaning. He says, oh, you're very good. And so then the other girl, her friend, gives, oh, what about her? Oh, well, let me see what she's done. So she goes over to the bathroom. She said, this isn't clean at all. This is terrible. This is dirty. Well, if you want me, you have to take her too. So what she kept telling the one girl is that, this other girl is holding you back like bricks. You need to let let her go so you can just fly like a balloon. And what the older lady didn't understand is that this one girl was really supportive of the other, even though she might have not been, let's say, a great cleaning person, but she had a good heart, good spirit. And there was one time when they went to this hotel or this building where they had celebrities staying there, models, and they were like ooh and ahhing over all the celebrities that they're there. And I remember her going into this person's room to clean it, and she got to the bedroom, and the person was not alive. And so they're all trying to figure out, like, what do they do? All the ladies like, we have to, we're gonna hide the body. What are we gonna do? And she's like, well, I took, CPR medical services. I can try to revive him. Oh yeah, that's all fiddly stuff. So she starts and she does it, and before you know it, he comes to. So I think what I want to say here is we never can judge a book by its cover. Even though we might make the decision of whether we want to read the book because of what it looks like, what it feels like, the insides, the chapter, the emotions, the expressions of the book cannot truly be conceived unless we read the book. So, just like in your network, you have to get to know someone before you know if they're going to be a good friend for you. Are they going to be someone that lifts you up? Or are they going to be somebody that just puts you down? Mentors, do you know how to find the right ones so that they can unleash wisdom and guidance upon you, like a GPS would, and allow you to course correct, right? Do you have colleagues at work that actually want to see you succeed and are not trying to make your job hard? They actually want you to do well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about at the end of the show. Definitely keep liking, loving, supporting the content, sharing it out with everyone you know on social media, and go to BelieveMeAchieve.com or scan the QR code and click on that link for BelieveMeAchieve.com for help keep our content free. Click on that link and buy my team and I a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a scrumptious bowl of desserts. Either way, we're going to be grateful for those pennies and dollars. We'll invest them into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, motivational content to empower you to have an amazing life. And before we wrap up tonight, I want to encourage you, if you have not already, whether on YouTube here, but also on my podcast channel, Podbean, make sure that you like and you subscribe. Very, very important. So before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to check out BelieveMeAchieve.com for more of my amazing creations. You'll find resources there with stories and inspiration to help you on your journey of success, no matter what stage of the journey you're actually on. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, a pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I do by now, but just in case you don't, I am the guy that is very good at yes. What do? I'm very good at helping people tell a story that leads to them growing a more scalable and profitable business. But this doesn't start out by making videos and promising people things. I saw one just the other day, and not to knock it, but they were trying to create this movement. And then they were trying to sell tickets to an event, and they used this deep fake software. And my feeling is if you have to do something like that to try to get people's attention, then how true are you really? And why would I ever spend money to go to an event when I know you've already lied about how you created the event? See, I think that's a big problem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have yourself an amazing evening. Check out all my great content. And don't forget, tomorrow, depending on whether you're listening to the video or you're listening to the audio podcast, if it's September 22nd, I'll be doing a live rendition, unboxing of the brand new iPhone 15 Pro Max. That's going to be pretty amazing. And I have a new article that's releasing soon about the brand new iPhone 15 Pro. Remember, it comes with the USB-C, and I'll go through more of that on the Tech Show. That's the Jay Moore Tech Talk Show. You can also find that on all your favorite places that you find content, like Apple, Spotify, Podbean, TuneIn, Deezer, and all the other places, iHeartRadio. Just look for the Jay Moore Tech Talk Show. Have yourself a great night, everyone. And remember, everybody, your choice to be successful starts with you. Don't let anybody else disempower that journey that you're right to be on. Have a great night, everyone.